Hello everybody and welcome to English Quiz, a Telegram channel where I share best quality tests and super useful tips for English learners. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please consider joining my Telegram channel as well. In today's very first speaking lesson, I'll be talking about supermarkets and useful vocabulary related to supermarkets. I know this is a very common topic, especially if you're traveling abroad and want to visit a supermarket. This is really important. You need to know what to say, and you need to know about the different parts of supermarkets. And also, you need to be able to find things very easily when you are inside a supermarket. So before we begin, let me tell you about the 4 different sections of today's lesson. I'm going to divide today's episode into 4 parts. And in the first part, we'll be talking about sections in a supermarket now, and I will explain what sections mean. And in the second part, we'll be talking about people or things that we can see when we are inside a supermarket. And thirdly, we'll be talking about adjectives, food adjectives, of course. And then we'll end the episode by discussing different types of questions that we can use and ask when we are in a supermarket. Before we begin, let's look at the different words that the British people and the American people use to refer to a supermarket. In the UK, the words supermarket, grocery shop, or just grocers are very common when they talk about a supermarket. And in the US, the words grocery store, convenience store, or corner store are very popular. You can also see that the American people usually use the word store when they talk about a shop, but the British people use the word shop. And also pay attention to the pronunciation. The Americans say grocery, grocery, and the British people say grocery. And of course, they're both correct, and you can use any of them in your everyday life. All right, now let's talk about the different sections in a supermarket. So, a section is a part of a supermarket which is dedicated to one specific type of products. So, if you have ever been to a supermarket, you can see that different parts of supermarkets have different types of products, right? And this first section is called produce. Produce, and pay attention, it's pronounced produce, not produce, because produce is a verb. It means to make something, but this is produce. And in the produce section of a supermarket, we can find food that is usually grown on a farm. You can find carrots, fruits, vegetables, and lemons, and different types of herbs, as you can see. And also it includes some ready-made salads, pre-made salads that you can use when you are going to cook something very easy. You know, if you want to cook something that finishes very fast, you can buy pre-made salads and you can use them. The next comes deli. The deli section. This is where you'll find different types of meat, cheese, salads, and prepared food like chicken or turkey. The deli section often offers a range of choices for quick meals. For example, for your party, if you're going to have a party, here you can see different types of sandwiches, burgers, meats, and here you can see chickens, and here you can see salads. You see, this part is called deli. And in the dairy section, you can find milk products. Milk, yogurt here, and sour cream, sour milk, and many other milk products are located here in the dairy section. The bakery section, I guess it's very easy, and it has different types of bread. If you're looking for loaves, baguettes, or any bread-like biscuits too, you can find them here in the bakery section of a supermarket. All right. Supermarkets also have these sections called frozen food, school supplies, household supplies, and pharmacy. Now let's talk about them one by one. In the frozen food section, you can guess that there are frozen foods. You can see frozen fruit, you can see frozen vegetables, frozen meat, or frozen seafood. You can find anything that is frozen. You can even find frozen pizza in this section. And also ice cream and desserts are also here. All right, next comes the school supplies. So as it's very obvious from the name, you can see anything that is related to schools. You can see different types of pens, pencils, copybooks, notebooks, notepads, and I don't know what this is. Maybe it's something related to pencils too. Pencil sharpener, I guess. So you can see everything here in the school supplies section in a supermarket. And next comes household supplies. So this has everything that you need in your house. Buckets, cleaning products, frying pans, and different kitchen equipment. All are here in the kitchen, or not kitchen, household supplies section of a supermarket. This may sound very surprising to many Uzbek people because we don't usually have pharmacies inside the supermarket, but when you are abroad, you can buy medicine when you are in a supermarket. And you can buy medicine in a pharmacy section of a supermarket. So this is the place where you can buy medicine. And I think it's really important to have medicine available inside the supermarket, because when there is emergency, most people don't have time to hunt down a pharmacy. Here in Uzbekistan, most pharmacies are near hospitals, and the rest are spread out around the city, and it makes for people very hard to find a pharmacy when they need some kind of medicine. So if there is a supermarket nearby, you can go inside the supermarket and you can buy medicine inside a supermarket. This is a really good idea, in my opinion. All right, that's it for the sections in a supermarket. Now let's move on to objects and people that we can find in a supermarket. So this one is very clear. As you can see in the picture, this thing that we need inside a supermarket is called a cart in the US and trolley in the UK. You can also use the word shopping before these words, like shopping cart or shopping trolley as well. The next one is aisle. So this is an aisle. An aisle is a long, narrow space between the two rows of shelves in a supermarket. So we can see that there are two shelves on both sides, and there is a special long, narrow where you can walk and look for products. So this part of a supermarket is called aisle. Pay attention. It's aisle, not aisle or isle. So it's the s sound is very silent. Aisle. So as you can see in the picture, I guess aisles are also divided into different parts of sections. So here you can see different types of chips, and here as well, chips. Is this some kind of drink? Maybe. So aisles are also divided into sections sometimes. For example, chips aisle or crisps aisle. And you can also say fruit aisle. So fruit aisle is a place, is an aisle where you can walk and find different types of fruit, right? Okay, next word. This one is about people. So when you are in a supermarket, you can meet people in special uniform and they are called clerks. They're the people who look after certain sections in a supermarket. They look after certain sections, and they can help you with anything that you need. If you're looking for something and you cannot find it, you can go and ask a clerk. But don't confuse the word clerks with cashiers, because the next word, cashiers, is this. So this is a person who receives your money, who gets your money for your products, and they can help you bag your products. Bag means, as a verb, it means to put your products inside a bag. So this person is called a cashier, and the other people who are walking around or looking after different sections are called clerks. Don't confuse. And this place that a cashier works at is called checkout counter. A checkout counter is a place that a cashier stands and where you go and pay for your products. A supermarket usually has more than one checkout counters, depending on how big they are. Now let's talk about loyalty cards. This is something that here we don't have in Uzbekistan. I guess, as far as I know, I have never heard of supermarket loyalty cards in Uzbekistan. So what is a loyalty card? So this is a card given to you by a supermarket to encourage you to buy from that supermarket more. If you have a loyalty card from a supermarket, it means you get points every time you shop in that supermarket. And as you keep buying and buying and buying, you get more and more points. So next time you go shopping, you can use those points and you will pay less using those points in your loyalty card. So this is a very good way to encourage you or us to go to that supermarket and buy more. A membership card is also very similar to loyalty cards. You need to buy a membership card first in order to buy from a supermarket. Sometimes like this, yes, they don't let you buy from a supermarket unless you buy a membership card. So membership cards have advantages like special offers, point system, just like in loyalty cards, or many other things that you can do. All right. I guess that's it for the things or people that we can see inside a supermarket. And now let's talk about food adjectives. So food adjectives. How do we describe different types of food in a supermarket? The first one is organic food. So this type of food is grown naturally without any artificial chemicals. The farmers do not use synthetic pesticides or chemical fertilizers or any kind of drugs in order to grow their food products, and they just grow it according to the standards of organic farming. Organic food sometimes is called biological food or sometimes ecological food. So in short, organic food is natural food. The farmer has not used any kind of chemical in order to grow this food. Okay, the next one is vegan. This is any food that includes no animal products, no milk, no meat, no eggs. And people who eat vegan food are called vegans. There's also vegetarian. Don't confuse vegetarian with vegan. They're similar, but not the same. So if you don't eat meat, just meat, you are called a vegetarian. And the thing that you eat is called vegetarian food. But if you don't eat anything that comes from animals, anything like milk, fish, eggs, or meat, or anything that comes from animals, if you don't eat that, you are called a vegan. And the food is called vegan food. The next type is gluten-free. Gluten-free food. So what this means is food that doesn't contain gluten. So what is gluten? Gluten is a sticky substance that is found in wheat, like this in the picture, or any other types of grains. Some people cannot eat this kind of food, you know. And for instance, if you can use this word free in order to talk about anything. For instance, if you are going to say sugar free, it means there is no sugar in it. Or maybe something is, I don't know, salt free, right? Salt free. It means there is no salt in it. So if you have paid attention, we use a lot of wet napkins, right? If you look at the package of a wet napkin, you can see there is a label that says alcohol free. It means this wet napkin doesn't have any alcohol. It has no alcohol. That's why it says alcohol free. But here it says gluten free. It means this food doesn't have gluten. It doesn't contain gluten that comes from wheat. Okay, this one is not usually about the food, but it's about people. So there are some people who are lactose intolerant. As you can see in the picture, if you are lactose intolerant, it means you cannot drink milk. Some people get sick if they drink milk or any other milk products because milk has lactose in it. Lactose is a name for a type of sugar that milk has, all right? And we call it lactose. Here, lactose intolerant people cannot drink milk. If they drink milk, they get ill. Canned food, which is basically canned food like tomatoes, beans, corn, or literally anything. You can also see and find in a supermarket canned fruits like canned pineapple or canned plums. So can is a noun here. It's not a modal verb. Can as a noun means this type of container. It's metal container and it has food inside it. So this is canned food or canned goods. Bulk items. Now this one is really interesting. Bulk items are food that you buy in large amounts. You can also use the expression buy something in bulk. You can buy something in bulk when you are in a supermarket. So if you buy something in bulk, it means you buy a lot of it at the same time, not just one, right? Because when we go shopping, sometimes we want to buy a lot of things at the same time, not just one. For example, look at the next picture. I know this is not food, but if you are going to buy batteries, diapers, or paper towels, you don't just buy one, right? Do you just buy one battery or one paper towel? No, you want to buy a whole package. And most of the time, when you buy a whole package, it means when you buy in bulk, you have to pay a cheaper price. Not you have, but you can pay cheaper price. That's why we buy things in bulk. And the same thing goes for foods too. All right, now it's time for common questions that you may have to ask when you are in a supermarket. And the first one is really important and really easy. How much is it, or how much does it cost? If you want to know the price of something inside a supermarket, you can go to the clerk and you can ask this question. How much is it? The next question is, where is the checkout counter? If you remember from several slides ago, we talked about checkout counter, and this is the place where you have to pay for your products. And if you don't know where you are inside a supermarket, because sometimes supermarkets can be really huge and you may get lost. So if you don't know where the checkout counter is, you can go to the clerk and ask this question. Where is the checkout counter? The next one is, where is the soup aisle? And you can also change the word soup. For example, if you're looking for chips, you can ask, where is the chips aisle? If you're looking for, I don't know, what, gift cards maybe? Gift cards, special cards. You can ask, where is the gift card aisle? And you can ask this in order to find the special part or section of a supermarket if you get lost. And the next one is usually asked when you are at the checkout counter, when you are about to leave the supermarket. Could you bag these separately? For instance, you're going to buy shampoo and bread, right? And you don't want shampoo and bread in one bag. So you want them in different bags because you don't want shampoo smell coming from your bread, right? So you ask this question, could you bag these separately? It means, could you please put them in different bags, not one bag? So as I said before, bag can also be a verb, and it means to put inside a bag. And the next one is, do you have a discount for bulk items? So bulk item is a whole package. Let's say you're going to buy a diaper, right? A package of diaper with hundreds of diapers inside it. So if you ask for a discount, it means you are looking for a cheaper price. Maybe you have a loyalty card or a coupon, so you can also ask this here. The next one is, can I have a receipt, please? A receipt is a piece of document that shows what kind of products that you have just bought and how much you have paid for them. This is really important sometimes because if you're buying something that may turn out to be bad after you leave the supermarket, you can come back and show the receipt and they will exchange it for you. Or you may get your money back. And also pay attention to the word receipt. We don't say the P sound. It's not receipt, it's receipt. Receipt. All right, next one. Can I return this item? So if you want to give back the product that you have bought and get back your money, you should ask, can I return this product or item? Sometimes it's possible to return the item, but sometimes it isn't. That's why you should be careful. And I don't know exactly about the supermarket policies, but you should probably ask before you buy something if it's allowed to return certain products in case something is wrong. Because sometimes you may not return or get your money back. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me on this first episode for speaking classes. And if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to join my Telegram channel or YouTube channel as well. I'm also available on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram too. And stay tuned, and I'll be back with more lessons like this. And don't forget to have fun learning English. Goodbye, everybody.